April Fools, you know what I'm talking about, right? Yeah, that's the type of thing. But I've got a question for you. When is an April Fool's not an April Fool's? When it turns out to be true, allow me to explain.
vidIQ.
vidIQ.
vidIQ.com.
Welcome back to vidIQ, everybody, and since we are broadcasting to a global audience, just in case you don't know what an April Fool's is, allow me to briefly explain. April Fool's Day is an annual celebration that always takes place on April the 1st and gives everyone a little bit more of a license to play practical jokes and hoaxes. I'm sure you've seen many weird and wacky stories on social media throughout the day, and we decided to take part as well. And what other subjects could we choose but PewDiePie versus T-Series? Now, of course, T-Series overtook PewDiePie last week to become the most subscribed to channel on YouTube. And you know what I thought would be fun would be to trick everybody into thinking that PewDiePie had retaken over T-Series. And this is how I did it. I've been recording time lapses of this subscriber race for weeks now, so all I did was load up a time lapse of a previous occasion when PewDiePie overtook T-Series. As you can see, the dates are all wrong and the subscriber counts are nowhere near what they should be. But you know what, folks? We live in a digital age of fake news where the numbers are really easy to fudge, like this. So that brings the sub counts roughly in line. Now all we need to do is fix the dates. Alright, now let's change this top bit and that bit in the bottom corner, and hey presto, we have something believable that looks like PewDiePie overtaking T-Series once again in the subscriber race. And there we are. This all looks fairly convincing, right? So I had the time lapse that made it look like PewDiePie overtaking T-Series once again. All I needed to do now was finish a video and sprinkle a little bit of icing on the cake. This thumbnail worked really well when T-Series took over, so why not flip it on its head? And add a very cheeky little Easter egg that will be hidden by the timestamp. Oh, genius, Rob. Genius! I also dropped a couple of April Fool's Easter egg references in the video metadata too. And with all that in place, my video was scheduled to go live at 12 PM in the UK to make sure it hit the entire world on April the 1st. However, there was one huge combustible element that I didn't factor in when I was making this video. And that's PewDiePie himself. Because you see, the day before April Fool's Day, PewDiePie decided to post his latest diss track, congratulating T-Series on their new subscriber crown, and it racked up 15 million views in 24 hours. And what do controversial, not supported, nor endorsed by vidIQ in any way, shape or form diss tracks always deliver? Subscribers by the bucket loads. Now, just to be clear here, this is 100% real-time accurate data, none of that faked up stuff, I promise you. And as you can see, following PewDiePie's new diss track, the 100,000 subscriber gap that he was trailing by very quickly evaporates. By the time we reach 10 PM San Francisco time, PewDiePie is just 30,000 subscribers behind, and now I have a decision to make. Do I still launch the video at 12 PM London time, April the 1st, or do I pull it because, well, you know, PewDiePie could actually do this and overtake T-Series all over again? In the end, I decide to compromise, redo the video, add this little disclaimer as another Easter egg, pause now and read if you want, and reschedule the whole video to go live at 12 PM London time, which is 4 AM local time for me. Alright, fingers crossed he's still with me at this point. My April Fool's video goes live at 12 PM London time, with PewDiePie just 10,000 subscribers behind T-Series, and it seems almost inevitable that this is actually going to happen. And here is where it gets weirdly freaky. These are the real analytics of what's happening in the race, while these are my made up fake April Fool ones on the video that's just gone live. To the average watcher, these numbers are so close that you'd be mistaken for thinking they were actually real. So what happened for an hour is that people watched my April Fool's video thinking it was completely genuine. I'm serious. I got dozens of comments from people thinking I'd travelled an hour into the future to get this. And just 1 hour after my video goes live, PewDiePie does retake that crown as the most subscribed to channel on YouTube. Remember, this is my April Fool fake prediction, and this is what really happened. I was just 400 subscribers off. Wasn't that all absolutely fascinating? You see, what I was actually trying to do with this video was annoy PewDiePie fans a little bit with this April Fool's joke, which just turned out to be the truth, and now all the PewDiePie followers love this video. As for T-Series, well, they kind of channel banned themselves into a bit of a corner, posting this last week and quickly changing it to this today. But don't worry, T-Series fans, you've got two things that are still in your favour. Inevitably, you will become the most subscribed to channel on YouTube once again. And remember, PewDiePie's got to be ahead in this race for 24 hours for them to officially retake the crown. It's gonna leave another mark, is that one?